So I posted the video about my weight loss. I lost 120 pounds in just over a year, and that was pretty impressive, and I'm pretty proud of that. But there are some health complications that I'm still having a challenge with. So it's a new year, new challenge, new adventure on the health front. So I'm not gonna talk about the full list of health complications that I was experiencing. That could be for another video. But for right now, what I'm looking at is my hormones, one, and two, my bowels. So I'm gonna be going on a tea challenge, a tea journey, to pretty much counteract a lot of what's happened, a lot of what has built up, a lot of the issues that have mounted with this particular tea ritual that I'm going to be doing for the next 4 weeks. And that is involving wormwood tea. Yes, wormwood tea as well. I'm going to be using loose leaf wormwood tea, and I'm going to be using sarsaparilla root. So these are two really good herbs that are very, very good for the body. The wormwood tea is good for, it has anti-cancer properties. It's good for worms as well. So, that's basically like a dewormer that I'm going to be doing. It's a bitter, so, it's going to help with the blood, circulation. But the main properties why I'm using it is for its gut healing properties. It has a lot of gut healing because it's antimicrobial. So one of the issues that I have is small bowel bacterial overgrowth, and it basically just throws off the biome, the microbiome of the stomach. And one of the issues that I have with a lot of sensitivity to different foods, plus not being able to digest a lot of foods, plus just being very allergic to a lot of foods, is a lot of bloating and constipation, and even sometimes the runs, just because you could have constipation and the runs as well. I had actual full irritable bowel syndrome when I was really ill. It's really not that bad, mostly because I have actually cut out all of the aggravating foods that were bothering me. I stopped having those foods, so it doesn't bother me anymore, and it doesn't inflame me as much anymore. I'm not as much as inflamed. A lot of the foods that I was eating was inflaming my body as well. So making a lot of dietary changes and really listening to what my body don't like when I eat it makes me feel sick, slow, or in pain. Just stop eating those. And to be honest, I think that was one of the main things for the weight loss as well. A lot of it was nutritional stress. Okay, so there was, of course, normal mental stress, emotional stress, but a lot of the stress was the food, the nutritional stress. I don't think a lot of people think about, chemicals in the food, and just the food just aggravating your body, just not being tolerable for your body to digest. Okay, so I'm type blood A, and normally we have very low HCl in the low stomach acid. So that's one of the things that wormwood will help with. It will help to increase the stomach acid. And this is going to just be good overall for your digestion of especially proteins, which I'm not eating meat right now, so I don't really need high stomach acid, but increasing it is just going to be good for digestion in general. And one of the good things about it is that it's going to kill a lot of the bad bacteria that is in the gut. Basically, the wormwood is actually almost as effective as a lot of antibiotics that are used to treat bacteria of the stomach. So yeah, that's one of the benefits that I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to ease into it a little bit for the first week, and then I'm going to continue it for 2 weeks, more at a 2 or 3 times a day, and then I'm going to cut back on it and taper it off for another 1 week. So it's going to be a full 4 week of wormwood tea. I'm not having it with sugar, but I'm gonna like help counteract the flavor with sarsaparilla root. And sarsaparilla is also going to help with your liver as well. So when you're clearing out a lot of bacteria and stuff like that, sometimes the purging or the detox can kind of overwhelm the liver. So it's going to support the liver as well in this time. And I'm also going to be using hibiscus as well. And that's really for the taste, actually. Hibiscus has really good properties and it's a good tea in general. But I'm going to be using it mostly for the flavor, just to kind of help with the bitterness because I'm not going to be having any sugar with it. So one of these fine days, I'll show you guys how I actually concoct the tea and the whole process of what I'm doing. And of course, at the end of the 4 weeks, I could tell you my progress. I've been having a lot of breakouts and so on, a lot of pimples and stuff, and I just want to really get my hormones in balance, in check, and get my bowels up to speed, basically. I really love herbs. I really love teas. I love the ability to use natural remedies to help to rebalance ourselves. We don't have to wait until we need a surgery or we need, radiation or like major health issues to just get things in balance. It don't have to be a big problem for you to do something about it, for you to want to fix it. We could see small issues that are mounting, that are piling up, or that are, maybe low level. It may not be as irritable or problematic, but we just handle it because we know that it's not the optimal, and we just get to the state of being optimal. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm taking you all along with me.